Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Let's just give it a moment for people to come and join us. And whilst we're waiting for everyone to join, if you could just make sure you have a glass of water and then a chair. And if you have, today we're going to use one piece of equipment. If you have a yoga strap or a Pilates strap, great. If you don't worry, a belt from your trousers would do. It's just something so that we can take a couple of stretches partway through the class. Yeah, so you could use either a very long chiffon scarf, a belt, a towel, anything at all. And if you don't have anything to hand, that's okay. You could do all these movements without a strap. Yeah, but if you do, then a strap, a yoga strap, a belt, a chiffon scarf, anything at all to be able to do that kind of movement with. And so for now, I'll just give you a second to grab that piece of equipment, and then you can come to your chair and you can just pop your strap over your chair for now, and we'll come to that in a moment. And then when you're ready, come to sit down, and then let me officially welcome you. So welcome for being here. Thank you for being here. And welcome to Homes for Lambeth's YouTube channel. And just a little couple of notices before we start is Homes for Lambeth are providing you with these sessions as part of their work to support mental health and well-being during this time. And if you haven't met me before, I am your teacher, I am Claire, and I am providing you with these sessions each week. And so just make sure that all the exercises that I do today, just do only the ones that feel good for you. For those of you who watch these videos regularly, you'll know that I will give you easier modifications to do if you need to. And also just to note that some of our practice is on the chair and some of our practice is standing. If the standing work feels too much for you, then just come back to the chair. And so with all of that said and done, let's begin. Let's make a start. So come to get nice and comfortable on your chair and get that nice tall spine. And I know that you know how to do that by now. Yeah, so we're not here. We are here. Yeah, there's a lift through the front of your chest. And if you're on a sofa, depending on what chair you're on, but if you're on a sofa, try to sit away from the back of the sofa just to help you lift up. And so find that into your spine. Come to rest your hands onto your legs. Close down your eyes and take a deep breath in. Big sigh out of the mouth on a... Let it go. Let's take that a couple more times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Big sigh. Third and final time, inhaling through the nostrils. We exhale and let it go out of the mouth on a... And then close down the mouth so that the breathing becomes a nostril breath only. So full inhale through both nostrils and a full exhale through both nostrils. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And just keep working with that. And so these first 5 minutes of our class are quiet and still. And they focus purely on the breath. Yeah, so we're watching the breath, we're observing the breath. We're noticing how the breath feels as it enters the nostrils and pulls down into the back of the throat and belly. And we're noticing the exhale and the journey from the belly, from the lungs and out through the nose. And so these nice deep breaths at the beginning of our practice just help us to land. They help us to drop in. And so we are Like a car, as it changes gear and goes, from quick down to slow, down to first gear, that's what this part of the practice does. So whatever you've done before, if you were rushing around, or maybe you were just sitting watching the television, but now we're shifting gear. Yeah, now we're slowing down, and we're turning the attention away from the external world, TV, shopping, outside world. We're now turning the gaze, the focus, to us, to how we feel emotionally, physically, mentally. Just quietening down. Well done, guys. And your eyes can be open or closed, whatever's comfortable for this part of your practice. Just dropping in. And so just really easy with the breath. You're not trying to do anything special with the breath. You're just noticing it. And what will happen is, as you notice it, it will quieten and deepen anyway. Yeah, it'll start responding to you paying attention to it. And so feeling how the rib cage expands as you breathe in. And feeling how the belly expands, as you breathe in. A couple more breaths, just like this, just starting to settle into your body. And then last week we practiced a breath called alternate nostril breathing. You're welcome to open the eyes if they were closed just to watch me. It's what we call a balancing breath in yoga. So have a go. If it makes you feel dizzy, please stop. So pick up your right hand and just stick your thumb in the air, and with your thumb gently block your right nostril. So we're going to inhale and exhale through the left nostril only. Yeah, here we go. Have a go. Deep breath in through the left nostril. And out through the left nostril. So that thumb is blocking your right nostril. Deep breath in through the left. Deep breath out through the left. Inhaling. Exhaling. So keep going with that. It's as if you're bringing your breath in through a very narrow straw. Yeah, it really helps to focus the breath. Couple more rounds. Deep breath in. And out. Breath in. Breath out. Release your thumb, and now with your index finger, block your left nostril. We do exactly the same, now breathing in and out through the right. Here we go. Inhale right. Exhale right. And keep going with that. And you'll very probably feel a difference in each nostril. One might feel much clearer. One might have felt a little bit blocked, and that's okay. Just work with the difference. Inhaling. Exhaling, keep checking in with your spine that you're lifting up nice and tall. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Release the hand back to the legs. Close down the eyes and now breathe normally through both nostrils. Feel how wide the nostrils feel. You feel like you want to go, and pull in that air. There's that gratitude to now being able to breathe through both nostrils. A real appreciation of the breath. Deep breath in. Yeah. Nostrils might feel so flared and so big, a bit like a dragon's nostrils, you know, those kind of huge nostrils. Again, deep breath in. You might feel like you can pull the breath in a little deeper now. Exhale. Let's just go 2 more rounds of breath, my friends, and then we'll start to move the body. And then together, let's take a deep breath in. Great big sigh out of the mouth. And open the eyes. Well done. Hopefully you're just even, 5 minutes or so into your practice, you're feeling a bit more landed, a bit more focused into your breath. Let's start to warm up through the body. And as usual, we'll travel down the neck and all the way down into the body. We start at the top and work down. Let's move into the neck. So take your ear to the shoulder. So I'm taking right ear to right shoulder and hand to the top of the head and reach that left arm away. And so if you're watching me, even though I'm tipping to the right, it might look like I'm going a different direction to you, but try and stick right to right for now. Just extend that left arm and feel that delightful stretch through the neck. It's always such a pleasure to release into the neck. A shout out as usual today to Stephen. If you're here, if you're watching with me, hello, my love. Hope you're enjoying these sessions. And also a shout out to all of my other Homes for Lambeth Nights Walk community who join me every Wednesday on a call at 2 p.m. We do this session also on the phone. So big shout out to them too. And gently release. And it is gently because we've held the head there for a little bit. So just take your time to bring the head up, rather than just flying the head back to center. Let's feel that to the other side. So I'm dropping my left chin to the chest, and note I'm not lifting the shoulder. So keep that shoulder down, okay? And then take top of the head, reach away. And all the reach does is it just, it makes the stretch a little bigger. So you could just have a floppy arm if that's better for you. Otherwise, reach away and intensify it a little bit. And keep the breath nice and full. So there's still an awareness of the breath, even though we're starting to move now. Don't lose this connection to breathing fully in and out of the nostrils. And release. Let's take a chin to chest just for a couple of breaths because we're going to come to this movement in a moment. But it's always nice just to take the chin to the chest. And just if I show you from the side, notice I'm not rounding, not yet, that's to come. Stay lifted. It's just the chin tuck. To lift. Beautiful. So take your arms and go as if to hug yourself. And try and wiggle those fingers as far back as possible. If I just demo what this looks like at the back, I'm walking those fingers as much as I can and touching my bony shoulders. And so what this kind of grip does is it stretches right behind the shoulder blade. So pause for a moment upright, just get that hug. So it's a real active hugging in of the body. And then we're going to take this into a spine roll. Again, easier for me to demonstrate to the side. So tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine, We come about halfway. And then we roll back up through the spine. We lift the head and we lift the chest just a little bit. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and roll halfway down. Really round into your spine. We're mobilizing through the spine now. Deep breath in, we lift the chest. Deep breath out, we tuck the chin to the chest and we stretch. So hopefully you're getting a nice stretch and down the spine and also into the shoulders. Let's take that twice more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Yeah, pause for a moment in the rounded spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Take a couple of breaths here. And then roll on up. Release your arms and take your left arm back. Yeah, and I like to bring my right hand and just rest it on the top of my chest, almost to help me stay forward facing. So I'm not turning to the left, I'm keeping my body to the front, I'm just stretching that arm back. So hopefully you feel a stretch somewhere in the front of your shoulder and maybe in the front of your chest muscle, yeah, your pectoral muscle. So ease that back and breathe. Deep breaths in, reach back. And let that go. Yeah, nice and gentle. Other side. So I just hand to the chest. I keep a degree of stability by almost holding my shoulder in place. As I then stretch the pectoral muscle, other side. Yeah, chest muscle and shoulder. Ease back, big sweep back. Don't worry if you can't go far. And you could be low if it doesn't feel nice to lift it up. Breathing nice and deeply. And then take a moment and take both of them back. Yeah. Really reach as far back as you can. Keep lifting up through your spine. Well done. To bring the arms back in, and let's just circle a little bit through the wrists. Yeah. So we've done neck, we've done a little bit of shoulder work. Let's just get into the wrists a little bit. No right or wrong. I'm circling them one way, I'm circling them the other way. Another nice little shape to do is back of the hands touch, and then you take circles. So back of the hand, they open into a flower almost, and then they come back into a circle. And don't worry if that's, too complicated to do. You can stay single. And then release. Shake it off. Let's start to move into the spine. So if you can, lift the arms above the head and just clasp your wrists. And we're going to take a side bend. If you're not able to take your hands up, your side bend will be arms down. Yeah, otherwise, here we go. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take a little side bend to the right. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, second side. So you don't have to go far. This isn't about a huge movement. Yeah, keep going with that. Breath into the top, breath out. Try not to lift your bottom. Yeah, so I want your hips to stay grounded and safe onto the chair. It's just your upper body that's taking the side bend. And so it might feel quite stiff. Yeah, mine does today. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You could even exhale through the mouth in this little pursed lips kind of sound. That's the kind of breath that we do when we're starting to work hard. Yeah, which we are now. Take it over. And lift up. Let's go one more to each side. Yeah, so getting into what we call a lateral side bend, just finding this mobility through the spine, really important because of the amount of sitting that we do. And lift up, release the arms and bring the hands to the thighs. Coming into our cat-cow, I'll demonstrate from the side. You can stay forward facing. I'll drag the hands back as I stick my chest up. That's my inhale. Exhale, I push the hands away. I tuck the chin and I round the spine. Here we go. Inhale, we move into a back extension. Squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck and round. You should feel this right into your mid-back. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale. It's called cat-cow. I can't remember if I said that already, but cat-cow is what we would call this in yoga. Yeah, this is the cow part with the sway back, and this is the angry cat. They kind of round their spine when they're cross. Deep breath in, we open the chest and draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Let's go one more. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Beautiful. Come to sit. I'm going to stay seated to the side just because it's easier for me to show you the twist. And then cross the left leg on top of the right. And then take a twist towards the left. Yeah. So left leg on top, turn to the left. And pause and breathe. So I've got my back hand connecting to the chair. You could as well. Notice how my spine is lifted. So try and find that in your own body. And again, notice how this shoulder's down. It's not up by my ear. I'm trying to soften through that shoulder. And so twists are fantastic poses to do. You know, if you really are very stationary at home, if you're not able to get out, or for those of you who are watching who are working from home, and also for those of you who aren't working from home and you're just spending a lot of time sitting on a chair watching TV, all of this spinal rotation stuff is good for you to do. So try and do it if you can every day. Keep the left leg on top and just turn for a moment to the right. Just a couple of breaths. Yeah, we take the twist to the other side. We de-rotate. And then come back to center. And let's do that with the other leg on top. So I cross right leg on top. With right leg on top, I turn first of all to the right. Yep, hand behind me. I push down into the chair to help me lift up. Yeah, so that hand at the back of you is going to help you get the lift. And so try to think about the crown of your head really reaching tall to the sky. And think of your bony tailbone grounding down into the chair. So what you're trying to do from the top end of your spine and the bottom end of your spine, you're trying to, like a stretchy, one of those stretchy springs, you're trying to stretch it in both directions to get as much length and therefore space as you can. Keep the legs as they are. We come back and we turn to the left. So find that twist the second side. A couple of breaths here. And release. We unwind. Well done. Final spine stretch. Wiggle to the front of your chair. Not enough to tip your chair, please. Be careful. Legs extend again. Easier for me to show you from the side. Legs extend. I take my hands behind me and my fingertips point towards my bottom rather than away. Yep, they point in. So hands to the chair, legs are straight. Push into the chair to lift the chest. And so not only are you getting a chest lift, but you should also feel this in the shoulders. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. If this isn't accessible, you could always just cup the elbows behind you and get the shoulder stretch. Couple more breaths. Come back to the front. And then release. Well done, guys. So we're starting to move down. Let's now come into the legs. Keep your legs where they are. Yeah, extend your legs out and take a forward fold. Yeah. So again, not enough to make you feel that your chair is going to tip over. But please be careful with that. I have to trust that you're being careful. And so hands can reach the shins, perhaps. And so just stretching for a moment into the back body and also into the back of the legs. And the legs don't have to be perfectly straight if that doesn't feel comfortable for you. They can be bent. Yeah, just make sure you're folding forwards. You can drop the head. No need to look at the screen just yet. Just getting into the stretch. To slowly come up, take your legs wide. We're going to come into a couple of poses that you have done before on the chair, and they really open the inner thighs. So let's just warm the inner thighs up a little bit. So just, again, you might need to perch onto the edge of your chair to be able to take the legs out, okay? And so with legs out, I'm just pushing my bottom back onto the chair a little bit more. Come to fold forwards. Yeah. And just pause and breathe. Some of you might be able to touch the floor. That might be a little bit too much though for some. Have a feel. If not, you could just rest the hand onto the thighs, yeah, or the forearms onto the thighs. But just take a couple of moments with the legs open. Deep breath in and out. And up we come. Well done. So let's come into some of those poses. So with your legs like this, yeah, in this little turnout position, I want you to straighten your left leg. Yeah, again, if you need to perch a little further forwards, you can. So my right toe's turned out and that back leg is straight. And so let's take our arms out to the side. And in fact, actually, let's change this a little bit. Come to the back of your chair if you can. See if you can take that leg all the way over the chair. Let's go there. It might be a little safer for you to do. So ignore me when I say come to the edge of your chair. Come back now. Just extend that leg out. And then extend your left leg. So let's see if we can get that leg all the way off the chair, if you can. Yeah. And so my right knee points forwards. I extend my arms and I look over the right arm. So this is warrior two. And some of you have done this with me standing up as well, but today we're just going to do it seated. And so what you should feel with the legs in this position is you should feel a stretch into the inner thigh and inner groin. If it feels too intense, bring your back leg and just bring it in a little more. Yeah, if it feels too big for you, which it might do. So shoulders are soft, nice and strong through the arms. So warrior two, it is our warrior pose. It's very, you know, it's that strong, fierce intention. Your arms are strong, your legs are strong. Take a deep breath in. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh and take your left arm up and over. This is now side angle pose. Yep, you've gone from warrior two to side angle. For those of you who have less shoulder mobility and can't quite take the arm up, that's okay. You can be in side angle with hand to the waist. Yeah, always places in yoga that we can find to modify, which is why I firmly believe yoga is for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're flexible. It doesn't matter if you're not strong. There's always a place that you should feel good in. Yeah, and that will help you build up flexibility and strength. So lift up, stay in warrior two, drop the left arm, the back arm, lift your front arm, take a little side stretch to the back. Yeah, you can look down to the floor. So I'm stretching down my right sideways. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and release. Well done, guys. Let's feel that to the other side. So just heel toe those feet together. Give yourself a moment with legs closed just to give the inner thighs a break. And then let's set up for the other side. So I take my left leg all the way off the chair. It points forwards. I come a little bit to the edge of the chair to then extend my back leg back, my right leg back. Yep, have a fidget, get comfortable. Here we go, warrior two. So open out the arms, look down the left fingers. Breath is strong. Make sure your front knee isn't collapsing in, so keep it tracking directly over your foot. You can have a little peek and check the knees tracking forwards. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Yeah, your warrior two pose, inhaling. Exhale. Let's turn it into side angle. Left forearm rests on the thigh. I take the right arm up and over, so you should get a side body stretch. And then, of course, your modification is instead hand to the waist if you need to. Nice and strong through your back leg. To lift up, we take it to reverse warrior. So we come back to warrior 2. I drop my arm, my back arm, and I lift my left arm and take a little lean back. Again, it's a side body stretch. And release. Feet together. Take a moment to sit nice and tall. Recover. Yeah, check in with the body. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Well done, guys. So this is where you could come to standing and do a little bit of a section with me standing up. So at the beginning of class, I asked you to, if you had one, to get either a strap, a belt, a scarf, a towel, and I said that if you didn't have over any of those, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can do all of this with no strap at all. But if you had a strap, yeah, you'll look like this. But by the way, put your hands in front of you and bring your feet hip distance apart. So inhale, take the arms up, again, even if they have no strap, and exhale, take the arms behind you. Yeah. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, bring the arms forward. So we're getting into the shoulders now. Yeah, back to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let me demo without the strap in case that's you. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. For those who can't take the arms behind them, you could do something really small. You could just inhale a little lift and exhale back down. You could do that as a modification. Otherwise, inhale, circle back, exhale. Inhale, circle up, exhale down. Let's go 3 more, whether or not you have a strap. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. In breath. 2 more times. Yeah, and then the shoulders might feel a little bit fatigued. It is hard work. We're building on shoulder strength as well as shoulder joint mobility. Here's your final one, my friends, then it's done. Inhale. Exhale. We come back up to finish. Inhale. Exhale. If you had a strap, get rid of it. Shake it out. Well done. Let's just come to mobilize the spine. Again, I'll demo from the side. Have your feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale. Tuck your chin to your chest. Bend your knees and slowly roll down. Some of you will touch the floor or the toes. Stephen, I know you're working with that. Others might just come to the shins and the knees. That's okay. And slowly roll up. Those of you who have high blood pressure, take it easy. You won't drop the head. Those of you with high blood pressure will chin to the chest. You'll come halfway and lift the head. And then you'll slowly roll up. Yeah, that's your version. Here we go. Twice more. Roll down. Then maybe you touch the toes. Slowly roll up. Those of you who are still on the chair, let me demo a nice version for you. Again, it would be chin to the chest. You'd bring the hands down and then you'd roll up. Yeah, again, options for all. Let's go one final one, then you're going to hang and dangle. So all the way down, whichever version you're in, just pause here. Yeah, those with, again, with a blood pressure issues, keep your head up. A few more breaths. And release. Come all the way up. Shoulders roll back. Take a moment, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Okay. Let's start to warm up through the legs. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, push your bottom back and come into a squat. Yeah, notice my knees are tracking forwards. They're not buckling in. Yeah. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, lift, circle the arms. Exhale, bottom back, Malasana or yogic squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, good. Showing you from the side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bottom back. Yeah, it's as if you're going to sit on a chair. Inhale, lift. Hands to the heart. Let's take one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Give yourself a moment. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. We're going to change that up and bring in a shoulder opener at the same time. Right arm over left. Bend the elbows. Right palm forward. And then see if you can get the hands to touch. Yeah, it's called eagle arms. Eagle arms. If you can't do this bind, then I would just take right arm across and just hold it there. Yeah. Otherwise, right arm across, bend, right arm forward, hold. Here we go. Feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale, lift the elbows. Take an exhale, come into squat. Inhaling, lift up. Exhale, touch down. Twice more. Well done, guys. Building up strength in the legs. Inhale and mobilizing and stretching the shoulders. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale. Good. Come on up. Gently unwind the arms and do that the other side. So left arm on top. Again, you can either lock it in place or left arm on top, bend the elbows. Left palm forwards, touch hand to hand. Here we go. Same little pattern. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, lift the gaze. You get a nice little back stretch and shoulder stretch. Exhale, we lower down into squat. Doesn't need to be far down. Yeah, it could be a small squat. Inhale. Exhale. Those on the chair might just be doing the arms. Yeah, you could be inhale. And exhale, there's your modification. Yeah, no squats. Otherwise, inhale. Exhale, let's go one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to release. Let go of the arms and pause and rest in mountain pose. And that's just standing tall. Let the body settle. Close down the eyes if you need to, otherwise keep the eyes softly open. Just allowing the body to come back to center. Giving it an opportunity to check in, see how you're feeling, see how you're doing. And then softly open the eyes. Well done. So, a little bit of leg work now. It is quite tough. And then opportunity to play with a balance. So come to your chair and just make sure you're not going to kick. Move my chair forwards. And just make sure you're not going to kick anything behind you. And you're going to use your chair for stability. Yep. Hands to the chair. And then take your right leg back. Yep, so I'm standing on my left and my right leg's behind me. Scoop in through your belly. Yep, like an ice cream scoop. So scoop it in. A little bit of a lift through your back body. You're going to lift the right leg just a few inches off the floor. And then you're going to tap it back down. Yeah. Here we go. So a strong exhale. And inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Okay, keep going with that, my friends. And so where you're going to feel this is actually in the left leg, in the leg that's standing still. That's actually the one doing the work here. That's the one working really hard to stabilize you as you lift the other leg. Yeah, so you might feel a real strong wobble or a sense of fatigue in that standing leg. Can you give me one more and just hold it a couple of inches from the floor? Let's take a few tiny little lifts, just 8. Take 8. Keep breathing through the mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a moment. Roll up. Yeah, so where you might have felt that is right here, right in that standing stabilization muscles that we want to get strong, particularly as we get older. You know, it's our hip and our knee stability. Here we go. Let's feel that to the second side. So your hands to the chair, scoop up the belly. This time we take the left leg back. Yep, here we go. 8 slow lifts. Strong exhale through pursed lips. It really helps. It sounds a silly sound, but it actually really helps. Yeah, by making that sound, you're contracting through the tummy muscles to support you. Can you give me 3 more? So I'm certainly feeling it. Hope you are too. 2. Can you hold it up? We do those 8 little pulses. Keep it lifted. Take 8. It's really small. Belly stays locked in. Hips still. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Let's take a back stretch. Yeah, take a back stretch. Walk away from the chair and stretch out. Should feel good. Feet hip distance apart. Really reach away. Stick your bottom up. Reach your hands forward. Should feel very nice. You should get a nice stretch through the back of the legs as well. Good. And then walk the feet back in. And come to stand. Once again, you take a moment into Tadasana mountain pose to settle the body before we come back in. So spine long, shoulders back. Deep breath out if you need to in the mouth, if the heart rate's lifted. Fab. Let's come back to the chair. Bring your hands to the chair. And if you're feeling this on the wrists, by the way, now I am a little bit, the wrists get tired. If you want to, you could bring the fists to the chair instead. Yeah, that just relieves the pressure on the wrists. So here we go. Step the right leg back. Lift it up a little way. And then maybe lift one hand to the chest. Yeah. See how that goes. And then drop it, and then maybe lift the other hand to the chest. And then if you feel really stable, could you lift both hands to the chest? Maybe not. Maybe you fall over, not fall over, but maybe you wobble and catch it. So, one hand is fine. Your legs are working really hard. That standing left leg is working super hard. Let's hold it up for 5, and you can have both hands to the chair if you want. 3, 4, 3, 2, whatever your version is fine. 1, release. Well done, roll up. So again, you have 3 levels. You can keep your hands to the chair. You can take one hand off. You could take both hands off. Let's feel that to the second side. Come back in. Let's take the left leg back this time. And it's always different. Each side feels different. So here we go. Lift the leg and pause. Stay here, first of all, with both hands connected to the chair. That might be enough. Otherwise, play with maybe lifting the right hand and maybe coming up onto the fingertips of the other hand. Maybe switch change and lift the other hand up. How does that feel? Any easier or any harder? Maybe if you're feeling really stable and really strong, you put both hands to the chest. Keep scooping in through your belly. Hold it. 5, 4. Again, both hands to the chair is fine. 3, one hand to the chair is fine. 2, 1, release. Once again, get that back stretch. Walk away. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let it go. Big stretch. And then slowly walk your feet back in to roll up. Again, you find Tadasana, mountain pose. to settle. Yeah, just check there's no dizziness. So stand nice and tall. Again, there's that gratitude to now having the feet firmly grounded onto the floor. To open the eyes. Well done, guys. Let's take 3 half sun salutations just to move that out of the body. Yeah. So here we go. Deep breath in, arms lift. Deep breath out, push your bottom back, soft through your knees, and maybe you touch the toes, maybe you touch the shins. Inhale, lengthen your heart forwards. Exhale, release and fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. You're going to do that again. I'm just going to demo the chair version for this second side. Otherwise, keep going where you were. Yeah, the chair version is inhale. Exhale, folds. Hands to the shins is the inhale. Exhale is the forward fold. Yeah, so all these sun salutations can be done on the stability of your chair. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let me come up to finish with you standing up if you're doing that. So to the front we inhale. Bottom back, soft through the knees, melt over your legs. Exhale. Hands to the shins, lengthen the heart. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's go one more to finish. On the chair or standing. Deep breath in, then you're back to the chair. Exhale, fold. Yeah, every time we do this, the back of the legs warms up. Hands to the shins. We inhale. We exhale, folds. Bend the knees, rise up. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Let's come back together to the chair. So come to get grounded. And let's start to just stretch out the external seat muscles because we did all that standing chair work. So let's just stretch it out with our favorite little ankle to knee pose. So I've picked up the left ankle. It's on top of my thigh. And I'm just holding it there. And if this isn't accessible, you would just cross the legs and fall forward to try and access the stretch in the hips. Otherwise, those of you who are able to do this, then pause and breathe. And if you have very open hips and can't feel anything, you could fold forward and then you would feel something more. Yeah, you're going to feel it in this hip. So nice deep breaths now. Hard work done. Nearly there. To release. Unwind, move it to the other side. And again, it might feel more awkward, it might feel harder on one side or easier. So again, just keep this shape by holding onto the foot, deep breath in and out. Again, option to fold forward if you need a little bit more of a stretch. On this side I don't, so I tend to sit upright on this side. To release. Well done. Let's take a brief spinal twist to finish, just as we did at the start. So come, left leg on top, turn to the left. Deep breath in and out. Get that little rinse of the spine. And let's take it to the other side. So take right leg on top, turn to the right. To release. come back to center. We come to take that rest pose, the Shavasana, which I introduced in the first month, yeah, which is just to get as comfortable as you can on your chair. Yep, slump in your chair now, completely rest. If you have a headrest behind you, you could rest the head. So let's take a moment to rest. Close down the eyes, let all that work settle. Notice how you feel as you rest. Deep breath in and out. Couple more breaths, just completely letting the body go. So you take a deep breath in, big sigh out, and reach the arms above the head. Get as long as you can flick through the feet, and then come to sit nice and tall. So finishing our practice the way we started, tall spine, hands resting on the thighs. Close down the eyes for a moment longer. So you take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, get as tall as you can. And exhale, draw your hands together in a prayer position. And so it's a gesture of honoring of my soul to your soul. And it's a gesture of gratitude to yourself for your practice. So bow the head to yourself. And thank you. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me, my lovely friends. I hope you enjoyed the session. Just that reminder, if you want to find out a little bit more about what Homes for Lambeth are doing for you at the moment, do check out their website, homesforlambeth.co.uk. Otherwise, from me, Claire, thank you so much for joining me, and I very much look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely day.